So thanks for coming now and thanks for being on my show.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
So I've gone through a profile. I can see you're senior systems engineer and also you're angry sysops.
Yes, yes.
So I thought to tell about you and the work that you're doing to my audience.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, I'm a senior system engineer and I am taking care of infrastructure. It's a virtual infrastructure for my company. And so in the basic terms, excuse me, I'm taking care of all the servers, all the hardware, all the VMs which are running on them, and the network aspect as well. Uh, that's in the nutshell. I'm also running my own blog, angrysysops.com, when I share my knowledge about VMware products and virtualization as is.
So when you got this thought, angry sysops,
So, yeah, this is actually long idea from when I was in the help desk position and being on the phones with the customers. Um, I have like there was like few repeating issues itself, and I said like I think I were dealing with that issue before, but what was the resolution? And then I start recording those stuff. I record the steps to resolve the issue, and that's how I end up with my own knowledge base. And then when I was more virtual specific, I said like why? Because it was like more because my knowledge base was very company um, focus on the problems which I had with the end users. But when it's become more applicable for wider audience, I said like, why not share with people? And that's how I start my blog. And it was very well welcomed. I got to the V-Expert program from VMware, and I got few recognitions. So yes, that's how it goes.
and as a senior systems engineer in Salesforce, what's your role and what's your responsibility? I can see you're working in this for more than 9+ years.
Yes, well, I wasn't even engineer for this time. This is a company which I start from the bottom, so I was on the help desk, and through that, um, sorry. So I started at help desk on the phones. Then I progressed with my career to like a chat support. And then I went to the team which was called NOC, which is a Network Operations Center. And that was a great exposure because in my team, my NOC wasn't the typical NOC which you can find in other companies. We were kind of junior system and network team. So any problem, we were like the first responders to the problems. So it's not only having a look on the dashboard and see what the problems are, but we try to resolve them. And thanks to that, because I thought I would be the network engineer for the most of my career, and I was like, hey, yeah, let's go network. I did even CCNA from Cisco, but then thanks to being in NOC, and that exposed me to all other aspects of infrastructure, and my hand went to the servers and the systems. And from there, I applied to be a system engineer. And to be honest with you, I was rejected on the first attempt. I wasn't successful, which actually kicked me um, to learn more and to progress and to gain more knowledge. And then I got my position in the systems. And I start from the tasks like, the ticketing, like a very simple tickets, like I cannot access, my VM doesn't work, I need a more space, all those stuff, until I progress to being senior system engineer. Now I'm focusing more on the projects. So I am um, take care of my environment, but I'm trying to develop or implement new solutions as well. We currently working on vCloud Director. We are having a look on the VMware on AWS, which is a great tool, I think, but we need to evaluate because this is the only solution so far which you can move your VMs from on-prem to cloud without changing that VM. So you don't need to change the format. And what VMware promised, you can do it that on go. So it's like a normal vMotion between the clusters. So that's something which I am looking at now and evaluating this. Uh, yeah, so now it's more project focused job than the ticketing, which is good and nice.
And what is the difference? Like, you started as a person working in help desk. Today you are senior systems engineer. So present job comparing with your first job.
Yes, so that was quite a journey, um, but this is good journey because you're starting on the phones, on the chat, and you're talking to people which they have a problems, and you learn how to get information from those people, because most of the end users will say my laptop doesn't work or my mouse doesn't work or whatever it is, but they don't give you a specific. So that gives you this opportunity to learn the skill, to learn the most, and ask questions from the end users. Like, so your laptop doesn't work, but what doesn't work? Or internet doesn't work. What, Google was hacked or whatever? Actually, those kind of things. No. So you have to get information. Um, this is a good training camp. But to be honest, I am happy I'm over it. I'm happy I'm not working with the end user customers, and I'm not working with the customers. Um, that being said, I'm not facing external customers. My customers now are internal teams, which is good. And now in this position, I have this peace of mind that I am starting at let's say 10 o'clock. I don't need to be on spot. I can start earlier. I can start a bit late, and I'm sitting and I have a project and I have a project manager, but no one is like looking at my shoulder and said like, oh, what's this? Oh, why you took 5 minutes for the coffee? Or, why your lunch lasts 2 hours, not 1 hour. As long as job is done, no one is bothering me. And I have a focus. I have a team with the people I'm working with. Um, we are, we, uh, we are managing our own pace. Obviously, that's within agreement of SLAs and everything. But yes, it's more like for me, it's more relaxing job than the help desk. Uh, However, if something happens and you on call incident, that could be very stressful. But other than that, yes, you are just like progressing and now you're just driving your own projects, your own task, and yeah, and it's great.
And what do you like in this present role, senior systems engineer? What makes you to like wake up in the morning every day and go and do this?
Yeah, I the thing that I can do what I like to do. So there is no routine. Okay, so once you are doing just a KLO, which means keeps light on, which is like a day-to-day like task, the tickets, let's say. And if you do it 100 access tickets, it's getting bored, yes? Now, in my job, what I can do, if I see that I have like a tickets which are like 100 or 50 of them repetitive task, I can think of a tool or solution to automate that task, if it's possible. And that's great. So I know that I'm starting my day. I know that I have certain tasks to do, but there's always this some portion of unknown plus what you get from the project. Like, so if I, let's say, working on automation for snapshot removal, I was working with GitHub Actions, uh, which is one of the, which you can use that as an automation tool, opposite to maybe more known like Argo workflow or so. I found that GitHub Actions are very easy to adopt, and we can use my PowerShell skills. I don't need to build this whole YAML file, which is great. So this is something which I wake up and it's like, okay, what I have to do? Oh, that script, that will be interesting. And let's say if I'm writing the script, it's sometimes I can just like think in it, like, and I don't even know what time it is. And it's like, oh my god, it's lunchtime. Uh, but I have to to do one more line. Okay, so those things. Yeah. I can honestly say that I love my job. I love what I do. So that's it. So as I said in the one of previous interviews, I'm not working. I'm not working. I'm not feeling that I'm going to work. That's how it is.
And what is challenging in your job?
There's a lot of challenges. So there are challenges to meet SLAs. There's challenging to meet the cost savings. There's a challenges with the hardware, which we need to refresh every 3 years, and then dealing with the vendors, and obviously unknown. Unknown, I mean incidents. Lately, I don't remember which was the update, but I got a phone call that no one can access vCenters. And it's not only one. All my vCenters was not accessible for anyone but local account. And what happened, it was that the one of the Windows actually services, yeah, it was done. I can't remember off my head now, but it was something with the authentication, and we had to change method how authenticate to vSphere. So those things can keep you on your toe, on your toes, and sometimes yes, that was good. And sometimes if the certificate will expire, this could be um, quite urgent case, and you have to you have to um, solve it. But I am laughing because um, I said once that I am magnet for unexpected, and that's really if something happens, I almost never can Google the solution. It's always something which is not experienced by anyone else, and I end up in, of course, with the support. But yes, so so few challenges like you you have to as well remember that you have to develop yourself. So you have to move with a industry, yes. So now we are moving like this is this trend, the cloud trend. Yes, everyone is going cloud, and on-premise is become less and less. I don't want to say it's a important, but many things are moving to cloud. So the challenge for myself is to change the approach as well and develop my extra skills to be relevant in the few years, in IT field.
And what is your role more about? Like you said, you work on projects, and what will be the projects, and how it can be, how the what kind of problems that you solve?
Yes, so we try to somehow come up with solution to get a tenant access to all clouds available, including on-prem cloud. Excuse me. So I'm working on the vCloud Director, uh, as well as that will allows me to give a space to tenant. So let's say one thing. Let's say you are DBA and you need to have 3, 4, 5, 10 VMs, and instead logging tickets to myself or to other teams to create VMs. I will give you the space in the VMware world when you will get your own resources on your own network and your own space, and you will be building that environment for yourself. What will be my role? It will be supervise that process, but not doing for you. So it's a management on the high level. Sorry, it's just a bit dry air. so so this is my focus. Excuse me now, um, and also as I mentioned before, I want to um, see VMC on AWS, which is VMware Cloud on AWS. And this is interesting because although it's VMware, it's AWS, this is product which VMware hosts their environment on the bare metal on the in the AWS. So this is not nested environment. So very interesting solution. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
And you are into IT industry from long time. You started as a technician, and today you become the senior engineer. So how is this evolution? What is the change that you are observing constantly in technology?
Yes, it's a good question. It's like yeah, uh, excuse me. Um, I still remember when I was back in my home country, which was Poland, and I was studying the IT, and there was no Google yet. Okay, so I'm that old. I remember altavista.com, and there was no Google. Uh, so it's a huge leap forward now. No one was thinking about the cloud, and the VMware was just like we are using just a VMware as a tool to run old Windows machines for running the games, just apart from the system. So that was it. Going that road again, going that road from now from being on the help desk, uh, this gives you like the wide perspective on the whole IT process. You see like how it's changed. Like people start changing OS from Windows to Macs for some reason. Like actually, I'm not a fan of Apple products, but many people are, and they start changing the machines, and we had to support the Mac, and then they came the smartphones, and you had again iPhones and Android phones, and then we had a huge presence in the VMware space, and now that shrinks because we are going to cloud. So like everyone does. So it's it's whole evolution like so again from no virtual machines through the virtual machines through cloud now, and we see what the future comes. I think that we will see in few years the trend that people start going back a bit from the cloud to on premise, but uh, that's just my vision.
And how technology is helping humans in solving their problems? Because you saw the technology is solving human problems in different ways from long time. So, what is your observation about it?
So there's many things which we can solve, which the technology had to solve, but also the technology companies. Like my company has this philosophy where when we give a 1% of our time and technology to volunteer and help people. Um, but the technology is, though let's say something maybe a bit different than strict IT. However, actually, there's a Polish couple. They went to Africa. I can't remember the name, and they opened this company and they putting the lights on the street. And so this is the technology. Lights on the street, there were never before, and the people can feel safer because they can see at night and they have those the streets are lights up. Uh, but other things like now, during the pandemic, there was like when we had these lockdowns, like the many companies or even grocery stores, they they offered a online distribution system, so you can go online and order food, and you get the delivery to your home. Uh, what else? Like I was doing the research for the story I was writing, and there is as well something in the States is something called Amber Alert, and the alert is for the missing kids. So the child is missing. Everyone gets the alerts on their phones, on their mobile devices, which helps to find the missing child quicker. So yes, a lot of examples. Like we know that we can clean the oceans. Like there's a project ongoing to clean the oceans, and there's a robot like ships which they can collect the all the foil and all the rubbish from it. And yeah, we can go on, and we can on the very at the very other scale of the problems is that we can build the rockets and go to colonize new planets. So,
And what is your approach to solve any problem? What is your way of looking at problem?
what problem?
It, any technology problem?
How I approach the problems? That's the
Yeah,
question, or
yeah,
so so for me it's research. Yeah. So if I came across a problem, like I'm not talking about the global scale. Like I can tell you what I can do on my day-to-day job. Is that something you're looking for?
yeah. Anything that you can solve with your own mind.
Yeah. So uh, I am not like alpha and omega. I don't know like everything, and I find myself that I know a little bit. Um, so what I do, I will always try to research first. So what I'm doing, obviously, I'm starting to have a look online on the solutions on the forums, and then try to apply that solution to my problem. If this doesn't work, I try to ask my colleagues, and then if that doesn't work, I would have to approach the vendor itself for solution. But yes, the research is the main part of it. But then once I have that solution, or if I found it, or you know, sometimes like I feel like a doctor itself, because I remember I had this episode that I excuse me, I was doing the PC repairs, like for friends, colleagues, and so some other people, and you had to diagnose what's wrong. And I was like, oh, like a doctor, show me your tongue, oh, you think that's wonderful. I had a very good way predicting what's wrong with the equipment. Was like, oh, I like that looks like a power supply, well, it was power supply, or that's like a RAM, well, there was a RAM. So actually that gave me a boost to go with the IT, and I think that's continued because I pretty much know say it could be that angle. So let's try to do this, and then if this doesn't work again, Google helps. If not, there's a forum. There's a great community forum for VMware related stuff, but as well the PowerShell, because I script a bit to automate the jobs. Yeah, that one. That's my process.
And what kind of problems that you like to solve?
I wish I don't have any problems to solve, to be honest with you. uh, no, but what this is thing which actually direct my career. So I like problems related to servers. I like problems related to virtualization, to VMware itself. I don't like networking. And I do apologize for all the network engineers who may listen or who may talk to you. It's just not my cup of tea. I thought as I told you, like I thought I will be one of the network engineers, but it was something which I didn't feel. Hence, I said, again, I tried both of those disciplines, and with the systems like Linux systems, Windows systems, servers, it was almost natural for me, like, oh, there's a problem. Okay, I think we can do this or this or this. With network, it was like, oh my god, I'm struggling here. What am I supposed to do? Um, so yes, anything system related. To be honest with you, uh, I my whole career, like not the whole career, but most of my IT careers, it was a Windows systems, and then with virtualization and with the positioning systems that came Linux. So I feel pretty well on both of them. So it's my like my mother tongue is Polish. That would be Windows, and my second language is English. That would be Linux for me. But yes, so those things like there's something which you have a problem and you're not afraid of it. You're actually curious what's going on. So this is something which drives me and and motivates me to do, because I don't see this as an obstacle. I see this as an opportunity to solve and learn. Yeah.
And how your angry sysops is helping is helping others to understand the problems and solve it.
Yeah, my angry block. Yeah, the funny thing is that that name I came up with that when I was on the help desk, because I was angry. I was angry because I didn't like to work with other people, and they make me angry with just simple solutions like Funny, I give you the one episode of that one. It wasn't in this company; it was in other company, and I was help desk, but also I had to go and do the stuff on. Um, it wasn't only help desk; it was help desk, but I had to move to other rooms and help people. And one call came from very high CIO person, and he said that I think there was something with Excel didn't work, and I know straight away that DL was corrupt. Um, so I said, turn it on and off, turn it off and back on again. And he said, I did, and I said he didn't, because I know the uptime was long enough to know he didn't do it. But I couldn't argue with him because he was up here, yes, and I was starting my career up here. So what I did, I just opened the CMD console in the Windows, and I type 3/P, and it lists all the folders like this, and it took few moments, and I said, okay, that's fixed, but we need to reboot the computer now to apply that. And job solved. But those stupid things, I was like very often angry. That's angry. But going back to your question, how it helps, I think it does. Because I am on a few forums as well, and I'm sharing that my articles with the people on forum, and I have a positive feedback from them. I also have a YouTube channel, and it's not a big one, but I'm hoping it will grow one day. But the people as well are positive about the videos. And as I said, I'm also the expert, and I'm using something called VMware Advocacy. And so this is a portal for people who write about the VMware and virtualization, and it's helping to promote those articles. And my articles were few times, like highlighted, so they were pinned by the administrator. So I think it's a good quality blog, and yes, and then I'm going to continue as long as I have a joy to do so.
And what content you put in it?
Anything which I came across as an issue at my job. So this is it. So that was my main idea because, as again, I am magnet for unexpected. So I said, like, if I came across that one, I bet you no one did, and people will be looking for that solution. There you are. So I'm putting there. And so what I noticed in many blogs that some common issue, one block explain and the other blocks copy the solution, and it's almost word by word. But again, with my one, it's different because they're different issues. So I start from this. I said, like, today my NSXT just got corrupt. Okay, let's go on call. Let's record that. I do the block. And then I start adding as well like a nuisance features. So once we have a security update on the VMware products, I'm putting over there. Is there is if there is a problem or they publish something, I like to republish as well. Um, so yeah. So the my main content is the issues which you can came across, and also tips and tricks. I have the list of all default passwords like them, and my recent, the highest searching subject was how to change IP address on ESX host yesterday, and with no downtime. So that was the most searched yesterday, and today, yes, today people searching for Dell EMC VXA default password list. So, so yes, but also how to reduce certificates in the vSphere. Uh, yes, the change FQDN and reset administrator password for administrator at vSphere.local. So, so yeah, I don't think that is the like it's okay traffic. It's not the biggest one. It's not like a shocking or whatever, but yeah, quite few people find that useful. I'm happy with that. So,
And what is systems engineering?
so it's like a civil engineering. You have to put this. So starting from that one, that I come from ops, so operations. So operation was strict operate the systems, yes. So like do this, do that, do that. Engineering is to find solution, okay, or to come up with the new solutions. So you engineer, you build something, you are improving something. So it's constant change. So the task is, let's say we are into automation very much. So I rewrote all the scripts um, to run automatically from a from GitHub runners. So it's all about come up with the idea, do something, and see how you can implement to our environment.
So, do you have any memorable incident or any particular situation that you cannot forget in this role?
Like I did something which I won't forget to the rest of my career, I think, and it was like, thankfully, it happened on the dev environment, but it was obviously it was Friday, as it is Friday, and I was on the rush because my shift was almost end, and I want to extend a LAN, so it's the disk from the NAS device. I want to add more space to it. And I don't know what I did, but I start clicking and I said like, yes, 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 yes. And then I spot on the last screen, it asked me for formatting the disk. And I click yes. And then I was like, did I just format the whole LAN? I was like, sugar. yes, I think I did. And I start like going back and I see VMs are going down and everything is down. And I was like, oh my God, what happened? And I just like, instead of um, adding the space, I just replace the space and I just format whole LAN. I clean up that one. And I called that VM and I was like, guys, help me out. And the guy said, yeah, don't worry. If there's something happened, we can recover from headers or whatever it was. And they couldn't. And it's like, are you sure no one did those things? I was like, I'm not too sure. And unfortunately, yes, it was unrecoverable mistake. Uh, so yes, whole Tanzu cluster went down. That was terrible. Um, my colleague wasn't happy because he spent the whole weekend to restore because I went to PTO next day. Well, it was planned. I was planned to go away, but the incident wasn't planned. So, but yes, so I remember now that to be very extra careful and triple check everything before I click OK, because mistakes happens like so.
And how you are able to adapt to the constant change that is happening in technology today.
Learning and learning. So what I'm doing now, for instance, I am doing like before we had that interview. I was doing the course from Azure, um, and I block the time with my employer, and I have like a 2 hours a week, and I am learning more new stuff. Yes, because the IT is something you cannot stop learning. You are learn every day, and uh, doesn't matter how many years of experience you have, then we came up with something new, and you have to learn. You have to adopt. If you don't adopt, you will become obsolete. So yeah.
And today, how this cloud technology is changing the human's life.
Like this is the question. It's hard to answer the straight because as much as this is it's a great technology if you need to have services which are scalable, okay, and instant access. So let's say if I would have a startup now, my choice would be cloud, obviously, because the cost of equipment it goes away. But if like I have a company now and my services doesn't need to be scalable, then the cost for the cloud is quite large, to be honest with you. So I think the cloud is a fancy term, and everyone is going to cloud because it's just like a trend. Uh, it's great service. Don't get me wrong. It's great service. So the great example could be Netflix here. They run on AWS, and what I heard from different sources, they rebuild their own infrastructure inside AWS. Like they did something amazing that even AWS was like, wow, you can do that. But they need to scale up. Yes. So let's say there'll be like a Christmas period in Europe or in States. They need to grow because everyone watching Christmas movies. Yeah, then they can shrink the infrastructure. They don't need to. The other part of the world, something happens, they need to grow. So that one. Um, so so for those services, those companies, it's great. You don't again, you don't because normally to do that you have to order the server, wait 3 to 4 months to be shipped, then racked, then everything. So you have instance like this in the cloud. But if you don't need those services, then the cost could be quite high. So I'm not too sure if I'm critically the huge fan of everything put to the cloud because the cloud is a data center after all, someone else. It's not a magic. If you think it's a magic, like people think it's a magic, it's cloud. It's not magic. It's data center anyway. Uh, so I don't know how to answer that question. So yes, uh, what I am doing, I am getting training from clouds, as I said, to stay relevant and to be able to operate the cloud. But in my opinion, in few years, we see the trend going back to on-prem. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Time will tell. Uh, I don't know. I know that yes. Uh, what 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 cloud did good is push again people to upskill, and they push technology forward. Like yeah. So this is great. Like yeah, we're not staying in one place.
Great. And what are the points that need to put in mind when the information or the data is moving or migrating from on-premises to cloud?
So what you what I wouldn't migrate would be very sensitive information. So sometimes in Europe there is a requirement that customers' data has to be in the same country as as the customer. So let's say I'm not sure if it's France or Germany. You have to keep in there. So they have to be the center over there, or they have to keep those data on premise. Um, Otherwise, as long as the security is in place, I don't think there's any advantages or disadvantages for those data to move.
And at last, what do you say to my audience about your work and about technology evolution?
Yeah, my work is brilliant. Like I love it. So I had quite few jobs, but IT was always my dream job. And once I finally got it, like man, I'm telling you, I'm not working. I'm really not working. I am enjoying every single day of that work. So guys, if you are into the technology, what you need to do, just learn, build your home lab if you can, and even on your own laptop, you can build something. Like I have my on my section on my blog. There is a home lab section. You can have a look. I'm on my own PC. I'm running my virtual environment and learn it. Like what you can do, you can build something. Either the VMware, you can use the Oracle, you can build a script server, you can build a web server, and what you need to do is to destroy it, okay, and try to fix it, and destroy and try to fix it, and destroy and try to fix it, and yeah, and enjoy. If something won't make you happy, or if you have a problem which you said no, don't want to go back, don't do it because you won't be good at it. But if you do, explore that, um, and enjoy IT. It's great. Um, yeah. It's great opportunity to learn. It's great opportunity to grow, and again, it's constant changing. So there's not something that you can just like, yeah, oh, I know this, that's it. No, you always have to learn. So yes, I'm learning and playing with it. That's the most important thing. Like yeah.
I'll put your angry sysops, also your the contribution that you are doing, those links in the description of this video, also on the
Thank
screen as well. People who finds our video on YouTube can see the work that you are doing, can learn from you.
thank you. Thank you very much.
And can you also spell it to my podcast listeners?
Can I what? Sorry.
Can you spell it? Can you spell it to my podcast listeners?
Okay, it's angry sysops. So it's one word, angry sysops, ops.com. angrysysops.com.
Yeah, great. And
And you can DM me because my DM is open. I didn't block anyone on Twitter, and it's at angry sysops. My handle is at angry sysops. Always welcome. I always reply to the messages.
great. And as a technologist, as a person who is into technology from long time and did different jobs right now as a senior systems engineer, what is your observation about my work? Have you seen any videos of mine on YouTube?
Yeah, no, they're great. I love it. I love it. And I like the idea of interview different people and different interests because it's great knowledge sharing and experience which you can look on other people and their journey and learn from it. So yes, I think it's a great job, man. It's a great job.
And I did masters in software engineering, also bachelor's in computer science and engineering. Right now, I'm getting trained as AWS cloud DevOps
Hmm.
engineer role. So, me talking with experts like you who are already in the industry, who solve different problems, who are handling different projects, and who are from different parts of the world, from different countries. Talking with experts like you, what I'm going to learn and how this knowledge is going to helpful for me in coming days if I work in IT.
I think it's so from the perspective you can see the people have a different stories always, yes. But I think you can gain on that. That for me is that it's your if it's your dream and it's your passion, just go for it. And you can see on myself or other people how we get there, and everyone would have the different path. Um, yeah, you're doing those stuff, you're doing that degree, which is good. But for me, like for myself, like if you go to interview with me, obviously I would have a look on that one. But I would have a look how you approaching the problem and how you are going to resolve. Which meaning what I'm looking for people like if I am interviewing, I'm not looking solution. I'm looking how they are going about to solve the problem. You don't need to solve the problems, but let's say I will tell you like that virtual machines supposed to be migrated on that host, but it didn't. It shows me it did, but it didn't. How to approach? And then if you start, oh, okay, so we know this. You ask right questions. You ask maybe we can do this, and you go to one part and you say like, listen, that's it, and I don't know more. This is more viable for me than you show like a super degree and know like but you can't ask great question like you know. So that's why I said that the help desk job help very much in getting information from people to get to the bottom of the problem like so that one like um but I think the cloud is great opportunity now for people who want to start because it's like every company looking for the cloud. Uh, and I think if you know, like, if you know one cloud, you know all of them because what will be different? There will be different interface and there will be different commands, but the concept is the same. Yes. So yes, once you get that one, uh, try Azure, try Google GCP. I think that direction. I saw like lately, like we have like loads of AWS people now. So what I'm doing, like I'm doing the Azure because it's not that many people right now. It will be like, but compared to AWS people, like loads of them. But GCP is something which is Google Cloud, which is overlooked and not that many people in that field. But companies are starting looking for people they're starting diversified from one cloud to other, and they would have to have a presence in the few clouds. So yes. My advice for you would be just go for it, and again, just do some home labbing, do some cloud like a free account. You can have with AWS, you can have a free account with Azure. Play around and good luck. Yeah,
Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your
of
permission?
course you can. Yes, please.
And also, can I put this audio and video clip on my podcast website, internet,
Yes,
social
you
media,
can do
everywhere?
use do all. Yeah, you can use all social medias. Yes,
Yeah,
no
that's
problem.
great. Keep going and keep inspiring and keep educating and also keep solving problems.
Yeah, let's stay in touch to the Twitter or to whatever YouTube as well. Like yeah, you can link my channel. I will link your channel, and and that would be great.
Definitely, I'll put all the links in the description also on the screen.
Please,
People can find it and can see and can learn from you.
please.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir,
and
again.
listen. if you have any questions in the future, just shoot me a message and we can arrange something. Yeah. If you need, like, let's say, because what I'm working up, working on something which will help people to prepare for exam, but this is my side project, so it might takes a time, not for the exams, for the interview, like, but this is the side project, so I don't know, it's not the high priority this, but I'm working on something which would be cool tools. But if you need anything, like, or any advice, or before interview, or yeah, shoot me a message.
Yeah, and if you have any DevOps work, since I'm into cloud and also DevOps, I can do for
Sure.
you from here.
Sure. Where are you based?
I'm from South India, Hyderabad city.
Okay. Yeah, we, so, yeah, we had team over there as well. Uh, if I was new anything, I will let you know.
Yeah, definitely,
I'll let you
because
know once
I
once I've heard.
yeah, definitely, because I want to be part of the people like
Of
you
course,
who are curious about things and who are
of
solving
course,
different problems.
of course, and I like people who wants to learn and who wants to develop themselves. So if you're up to it, yeah, let's keep in touch.
Definitely, sir. Thank you again for your valuable time.
No worries, no worries. Thank you for having me on your podcast and your video.
Yeah. Take care. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.